Hello, welcome back to my little corner of the internet, to all my beautiful, vibrant souls. There we go, because words. So yes, hello, and welcome back to those who have been with us for a moment. Welcome to any newcomers. This is Sanessa, and today's pick a card reading, sorry, this is bothering me, is just going to be a pretty simple yes or no to whatever your question is. So we have 5 options to choose from. We have option 1 with the bloodstone, option 2 with the, I think this is green calcite. I'm still learning my crystals, so feel free to correct me in the comments if I got it wrong. Excuse me. Option 3 with the amethyst. Option 4 with the lapis lazuli. And option 5 with the beautiful goldstone. So feel free to take a moment to meditate on the stacks in front of you. Pause the video if you need to and figure out whichever one resonates best with the energy of your question. Hold it in your mind, speak it aloud, shout it out from the mountaintops. You do you, boo, whatever works for you. And when you're ready, head down to the description box. There will be timestamps for your selected option. And with that, I'm going to start with group 1. Okay, so group 1. So the way I'm doing this is I have a tarot card to represent your yes or no, and then I pulled a couple of oracle cards for additional information. So I want to look at these first. We have Peruvian Lily. Can you see that? Yeah. Peruvian Lily with strength. More effort will get you what you want. Okay, so these are your guides asking you to just hang in there and keep trying with whatever this is. Keep the faith is especially really what I'm getting. Let's look at your other cards before we make a definitive answer. Yeah, okay, cool. So you have abundance. So for a lot of you, if you're asking questions about job, career, finances, this is gonna be an especially pertinent message. Anything that you've been really investing a lot of time and energy into, you're being reminded you're being reminded of your own strength. And B, you're being reminded to, maybe put in just like that little extra bit of work or put in effort. I'm almost getting in an area that's like an area of weakness in this situation, right? So maybe, if this is things where, I could do this, I could do A, B, C, and D. Maybe you've been focusing on A, B, and D, but you need to like give some attention to C. So let's see what your yes or no is to your question. So you have, okay, you have the 2 of Swords. This is one of those few cards where it's not really a yes or a no. This is kind of a maybe card. So for a lot of you, I feel like you're trying to decide whether or not to keep going with something because you don't know if it's been a good investment of your time. So I'm actually going to take kind of a leap of faith here. What I'm feeling for many of you is that you're at this crossroads, and I see with all the hearts here, right? There's a lot of love being put into what you're doing, but if you notice here, we have a heart that's upright, one that's reversed, one that's upright, reversed, upright. This kind of feels like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and it's like trying to figure out if this is going to go anywhere. Look at all the arrows pointed off to the sides as well, trying to figure out which way to go. If you are trying to make a big decision about what path to take, you are being encouraged to heed your intuition above all else. With this bloodstone as well, this is very much about usually career and your material, like being grounded in your material world, right? This is a really, really good stone for those of you who are looking to start your own business, monetize a hobby, anything like that. And we have these other 2 cards where it's abundance and more effort will get you what you want. I feel like you're at this tipping point and you're kind of wondering, do I invest further into this? Is this the right path? And I feel like you have a kind of carte blanche here. Like you have you could kind of manifest whatever you want right now. So where your energy, where like, what is it? Where your intention goes, energy flows. I'm probably messing it up. Correct me in the comments if I've done fucked up. But you're at this crossroads right now and you really have the power to decide what's right for you. But for those of you who are wondering, do I keep going? Do I let this go? I feel like you're being encouraged by your guides to put in a little bit more effort. And again, possibly in an area that's like that you haven't thought of. So like, let's say if this is a relationship, this might be where if you've been focusing on the relationship, it's not necessarily something that you have to call it, but maybe focus on, because look at how many like red flowers are here, and then we have a couple of white ones. It's like, it's not necessarily saying you have to call it, but maybe focus on like something else in your life for a little while. Or if this is work, you know, if you've been like on the grind, on the hustle, maybe redirect those efforts to self-care a little bit. If this is, you know, a business, like switch up your strategy a little bit. Because I feel like this has this energy of work smarter, not harder. You're putting in the effort, you're putting in the work. And with strength here, this is denoting that you've been patient and you're being asked to be patient a little bit longer. But I feel like a lot of you are kind of like, do I go all out? Do I throw everything into this? And what Spirit really wants you to know is where you put your effort in, that's where your abundance is going to manifest for you. Like, unless something is just so detrimental to your highest good, what you want to manifest in life, you can do that. You can have that experience. So for anybody who's hesitating or on the fence, this is kind of a little nod to that. So, you know, in terms of yes or no, this is not a direct yes or no, but I feel like for a lot of you, this is a whatever you want it to be. This is a yes. Whatever you throw your effort and intention behind is a yes, right? Because you can manifest anything that you want. Well, always, but especially at this time, I feel for this group. So, yeah, this is like a, should I hang in there? I'm feeling like this is a yes for a lot of you. So I hope this was helpful, group 1. I'm wishing you guys the best of luck in your situation. If you need help with your personal situation, my shop link is in the description box below. Other than that, I'm wishing y'all the best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer, and I'm going to move on to group 2. Hi, group 2. Okay, so y'all were attracted to this lovely green calcite. I love her. She's beautiful. Love it. So this may involve communication, especially like anything very heartfelt, heart-centered. So I pulled this tarot card to be your yes or no, but we're going to look at that last because I'd like to kind of peek at the oracle cards that give us more information. So you have orange blossom with enthusiasm. The best can be here. Believe it. I love that. And, oh, success. This is beautiful. So we're going to see what comes out, but this is already feeling like a yes for a lot of you. The sun is coming out. There's so much happiness here. What I'm hearing is you have the green light to get excited, right? So if you've been kind of like really hoping for something and you're like, oh, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'm really excited about XYZ. Good. You have a reason to be excited. Get so excited you pee your pants. I dare you. Like, that's kind of the energy here, is like, you can believe it, right? The best can be yours. The best is here. It can be here, but you have to believe in it. And it's like a second away from materializing is kind of the energy. So let's see what your tarot card is. Okay, that's why. So you have the Four of Pentacles. Traditionally, this is usually a no. But I feel like if you guys are asking questions about your financial stability, this is a yes, but I feel like you need to take a little bit of a risk, right? A little bit of a leap of faith, because the Four of Pentacles usually talks about like maintaining stability at the expense of your growth, right? If you've been putting in a lot of effort on something and you've kind of been plateauing for a little bit and you're kind of like getting frustrated, what Spirit wants you to know is your success is right around the corner. For some of you, because this is usually a no card, the way you're going about it, or I'm also getting the timing might not be right. So this may be where it's like, there's a time here, because I'm looking at the sun and I'm thinking about it like rising and setting. So there are different cycles to everything in life, and it might just be one of those situations where the timing just isn't right, or your manifestation. For a lot of you, what I feel like this is that your manifestation is coming, but it's not going to be the way you think it is, and it's not going to be what you expect. And I feel like this is saying, don't lose heart here with this like green calcite. Don't lose heart. Don't lose hope. What you want is on its way to you. It can be here, but you have to let go of your grip a little bit, right? Like the Four of Pentacles is all about not wanting to lose what you have, so you can't welcome anything new, right? Because the guy on the card usually, and this is replicated here is holding on to a pentacle. He's got one under each foot and for some reason one on his head, and he's holding on to everything. So he does have some stability, but he can't welcome anything new into his life. So there might be something where you're holding on too tight to something. And it's kind of like, sorry, my skin unfortunately cracked. It's really dry here. The air is super dry this time of year here. So I'm like, oh no, distracted by it. But yeah, this is something where like I feel like you're holding really tight to how this manifestation is going to come in for you, and you're being told that success is right there, happiness is right there, it's worth getting excited about, but like there's something here where you have to loosen your grip. And this also may just be this kind of energy of you know, you have to loosen your grip in terms of like this doubt, this fear. So even though this is usually a no, I feel like this is a yes but in this situation. Like yes, but you know, it might just take a little more time. It might look different because look at how the pentacles all look different in this card. Like, and she's clutching onto this one, right? So it's like your manifestation is going to come to you. Your security is coming in, but it just might not be the exact, it might not be the horse that you backed. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to get what you want. So just try to like kind of go with the flow a little bit, be flexible in your approach because there's a lot of happiness, right? If this card wasn't paired together with these two cards, I wouldn't look at it so positively, but because it is, I feel like for a lot of you, this is a yes, but, so there's just some adjustments that need to be made, or there's a little bit more flexibility and open-mindedness that needs to be had, but it's worth getting excited about because what you've been asking for is coming toward you, right? And we have a lot of orange here and we have orange referenced here. So what you have, you know, created for yourself, what you've been drawing to you, what you've been attracting is on its way, and it's exciting, it's big, beautiful, it's sunny, but it may just need a little more time, or it may be that it's a little bit different than you're expecting. So this is that yes, but. So I think that's everything I have for group 2. Thank you so much for being here. If you need help with your personal situation, my shop link is in the description box below. I am wishing y'all the best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 3. Hi, group 3. Okay, so y'all were attracted to this lovely little amethyst. Love her. So first of all, I feel like for a lot of you, your intuition's really on point right now because I look at this, I'm like, haha, a little pointy. It's a little stabby. But your intuition is really giving you a lot of clarity, and I feel like your guides are really trying to help you by giving you a lot of intuitive hints here. So I pulled the tarot card to be your yes or no. And it is going to serve as your yes or no, but it's also going to be paired with these oracle cards for more information. So we had this situation come up in group 2, for example, where the yes or no card was a card that usually has one meaning, but the other oracle cards kind of led me to feel that it was a little different. So I'm going to be interpreting them as a whole for you. Excuse me. So you have, you have heart ease, or no, heart cease. Oh my gosh. Okay, with compassion, tread a little more tenderly. So I said heart ease at first, so some of you may be really stressed out about a relationship or a situation, and this is kind of like asking you to have compassion for yourself and for the other person involved in the situation. If you've been dealing with somebody who's been really kind of like hurting your feelings or being kind of cold with you, I feel like compassion is needed from, you know, like compassion is coming in for you, but it's also important for you to have compassion for yourself throughout this process. But yeah, you got, ooh, caution. Okay. Excuse me. So this is another thing too. If you're dealing with a situation that's really pulling at you emotionally, I feel like intuitively you know you need a break from this. Or if you're in a break with somebody, like there's something where intuitively you know that, because these always look like tickets to me. I know that's really weird, but this is like caution on this ride kind of a thing. Like, do you really want to take the, you know, do you really want to go on this ride? Do you really want to take this step? For some of you, I feel like you made a choice a while ago to do something that you were really excited about. Excuse me. And I feel like it might not be panning out the way you were hoping, and your team is really asking you to have compassion for yourself because you made the best decision you could at the time with the information you had, right? For some of you, you were really intuitively led to something and you were very, very excited about it and it felt really good at first, and then it kind of turned into more of like a red flag fest. And I feel like you're kind of doubting yourself and your intuition, where you're like, how did I get led into this? And your team really wants you to have compassion for yourself because what I'm feeling is it's more complex than you know at this current time. So your tarot card is, okay, the Three of Swords. All right, so this is a no, unfortunately. A lot of you are dealing with a lot of heartbreak here. And I feel like you're really, like, what I'm hearing is a cautionary tale. So for some of you, this might be like a relationship where it's kind of repeating the past. I see the 3 candles here. This makes me think of the 3 of Wands. I feel like you were waiting for this person. You were really planning a lot with this person. Again, those like 2 tickets. It's like you guys were going to take this ride together. And then something came in the way. So there may have been, you know, and you know what's really interesting? There's band-aids over the third eye. Yeah. So there, and over the heart. Oh, are you guys okay? Whatever this was, you were really excited about it. I feel like, again, you felt intuitively led to this, and it ended up being kind of a disappointment and a heartbreak. And you're trying to kind of figure out, like, was I, you know, is this the path? Was I like totally off? Like you're doubting yourself in this process. And so while your answer to whatever you're asking is a no, your team really wants you to be compassionate with yourself because this is all part of your learning process. For some of you, you're asking about a relationship. Excuse me. I guess it doesn't have to be a relationship, but it's anything that you're very emotionally attached to. You're asking if this is the path, and I'm going to be straight up with you and say a no. And this is definitely one of those like redirection is protection kind of energies, because there's something here where there's like a pitfall that I feel like you don't know about yet, you can't see yet. And I feel like you're looking to these 3 candles, like the 3 of Wands, and like, again, kind of longing for it, planning, thinking about everything that could be. But your team really wants you to know there's something that you don't know about this. There's something that it wouldn't have gone the way you were hoping. And even though it's kind of like this energy of like, even though there's heartbreak right now, it would have been worse had you taken that path. So your intuition didn't lead you wrong. It led you to an experience you needed to have. But to continue on that path would not have been good for you, would not have served you. And just have compassion with yourself in this learning process. So I hope that helped you guys. I'm sorry if you're going through a hard time. If you need help with your personal situation, feel free to check out my shop link in the description box below. And I'm just sending you love, wishing you the best, brightest, and most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Now I'm going to go to group 4. Okay. Hi, group 4. Okay, so wow, the energy is totally different here. This got very serious. My voice is so much lower now. But this is the lapis lazuli. I feel like there is something here where what I'm seeing is you are seeing through the dark. You are cutting right through bullshit. This is, again, very serious energy, like, let's get down to business. So I have pulled, you're the only group that got 2 tarot cards. And they came out together, and I felt called to keep both of them. So they've been pulling tarot cards to be the yes or no answer, and then have it kind of, I guess I'll say, aspected by the oracle cards, because it's not always necessarily like a straight up yes or no. So I'm going to keep to that format with you, but I thought this was interesting that these 2 wanted to come out together. So we have, Bluebell with gratitude. Be thankful for what is good now. I love that. You guys got, clarity. Okay, that's why, seeing through the bullshit. Excuse me. And for your tarot cards, you have the 9 of Swords. So I forgot to mention this, I always read yes or no's upright. I normally take reversals, but I don't in this situation. Okay, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so it's really interesting. This is traditionally a no. This is traditionally a yes. So I'm going to say for a lot of you, it's either a compound answer, like it's no right now, and it's yes in the future, or I feel like for some of you it's a straight up no, for some it's a yes. What I'm feeling for most people here is it's a yes. But I feel like you guys are stressing yourselves out about it, right? This also might be with this Nine of Swords where you're worrying about it, and it might be impacting your manifestation, and this is why you're being encouraged to kind of engage in the practice of gratitude, because it helps to kind of get you out of this energy, right? I feel like with these little biddies here, it feels like your anxiety, because look at the hearts are up here, right? Like the love, right? The higher self, and this is the fear, and the fear is kind of chomping at you and like talking to you, right? Because with this Knight of Cups, there's something that you either want to pursue or somebody wants to offer you their cup, right? This is water sign energy, so this could involve a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But this is somebody who loves you. This is somebody who wants to give you love. And look at the different size hearts here. This is love that has grown and can grow, right? And I feel like you're really lost in the fear of what could happen in this situation instead of looking at the good things that are happening, the gratitude for what is. And that happens to all of us, right? And especially with this clarity, you see like how it's this like rectangular design and there's a line in the middle. It almost reminds me of like a shadow box, kind of like it opens and shuts. And I always think about it like looking through this side of the window and then looking through this other side of the window. So it feels like you're looking, it just requires that you shift your perspective. You're looking at the same thing but from a different side. And so your team is asking you to really try to get out of this Nine of Swords energy, whatever it takes, right? You know, watch funny movies, go treat yourself to something that makes you feel good, you know, distract yourself, because the love is here, but I feel like you're in the fear energy right now. And again, you know, for some of you, practicing gratitude is going to be really helpful. So gratitude journaling, just meditating on that. Whatever it takes to get you out of this Nine of Swords, because I can see that you're twisted up into knots. For some of you, you're waiting for an offer and you're really afraid it's not going to happen. And your team, again, I feel like for you guys, your energy is really impacting the outcome of this situation. So for you guys, really being in the highest energy you can be in and being in the love instead of in the fear is going to be crucial. So I feel like this is a yes. But this is going to be a clearer, better, faster yes if you're able to kind of focus on what's coming your way instead of what you're afraid of, because the love is there, the happiness is there, the enjoyment is there. I feel like it's on its way with this little bird with the note in its beak. It's on its way. But it's just taking a little bit of time, and the longer you stay in this energy, the longer it takes for this to get here. And also too, by staying in an energy of gratitude for what's in front of you, for the love you have in front of you, for the happiness that you have in front of you, you're able to really show the universe that you can welcome this new chapter and be happy with it, be grateful for it, be stable in your enjoyment of it. So this is a yes. This is a fluctuating yes, but I'm going to say this is a yes. Really, really focus on just shifting that perception. And I know that's super duper hard, way easier said than done, but I have faith in you and I'm really excited for your manifestation to come to fruition. So I think that is everything I have for lovely group 4, and then I'm going to move on to group 5. So hello group 5, you chose this gold stone. This always to me is like, let's party. It's time to celebrate. Like if the Six of Wands was a stone, boom, that's it, baby, that's it. So I do feel like things are turning out for the best no matter what answer is here. Things are shaking out in your favor. This feels like a stroke of good luck. Like, I don't know, I'm feeling Jupiter kind of energy here. So as I've been explaining with the other groups, I pulled a tarot card to kind of serve as your yes or no. But it's going to be influenced by your oracle cards as well. And the 3 are going to, excuse me, be interpreted as one kind of holistic picture. So you got, Tiger Lily, I love this. This is security. Choose the safe harbor for now. Okay. Let's see what else you get. You have, you have isolation. Okay. All right. And then, the devil. Okay. So I can see why this is This is really interesting that it's paired with this stone. So right now, I feel like you guys are put in a position where, okay, so for a lot of you, I feel like you're in this situation of maybe separation or isolation from somebody who is really important to you. With the ladybugs here as well, this could be somebody in your family, somebody that you were destined to spend time with, right? You were destined to meet, destined to work with. This could be a Capricorn with the devil here. And I feel like circumstances are taking you away from this person. Or for some of you, there's this need to separate yourself out from this person. So if you were asking, like, if this is a toxic person in your life, somebody who with this imagery is like very manipulative, I'm also noticing the doll being split in half, somebody who kind of keeps you on the fence, keeps you guessing, keeps you caught between who they want you to be and who you want to be. Because look at all the little heads here, right? They kind of like, this, I feel like this person sort of like collects people. If this is a situation where you're asking, should I separate from this kind of an energy? In that situation, the answer is absolutely yes, 100%. You're being encouraged to choose, the safe harbor for now, to choose your own, something that's safe for your energy. And this would be a situation where isolation is actually the better choice for you. For some of you, if you've been in this situation of isolation for a really, really long time, or you've just kind of felt alone, you haven't really felt like you've had anyone you could turn to, paired with this devil, I know this is like, okay, this has been an opportunity to do a lot of shadow work, right? To open the chest here, open the deep, dark, scary stuff. And this has been an opportunity for you to, this has been an opportunity for you to face some parts of your shadow that have been unknowingly controlling you for a long time. So subconscious programs that have been influencing you, things that have actually kept you isolated in an emotional and spiritual way. So if you've been kind of in this period of isolation and self-reflection, this is really what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, if you were asking about a person, I feel like the answer is no. Like, I'm hearing a hell no. This person, I think, is a very smooth talker. This person may seem like they have like a lot to offer you with this treasure chest. This person might feel like a bit of magic in some way, shape, or form, especially because if you notice, there's a ladybug here, and then the rest are all these little like creepy little heads. This person might seem like a stroke of good luck. This person might seem like your destiny, but you're just kind of, what they're doing to you is what they've done to many other people. This person, and I rarely speak so plainly, and I'll again always reference this with your own intuition, but this person is no good for you. This person's toxic. And you're better off by yourself than with this person. So generally speaking, the answer to this question is most likely no, because whatever you're asking about is actually very, very toxic. And it's better to be kind of on your own in this moment or without this influence than it is with it, right? Because this is not the safe harbor. You're being pushed toward, you're being encouraged to take the safe harbor for right now. And with the goldstone showing up as well, this is because there's something much better, much more beautiful right around the corner. There's going to be something to celebrate. There's going to be a lot of happiness here and a lot of victory, but it won't happen as long as this influence is in your life. And this doesn't have to be a person. I'm just seeing that because the imagery here. This could be a job. This is something that, like I said, promises a lot. This seems like there's a lot here. This seems like there's a lot of potential. And I feel like with this little ladybug, they drew you in with that, but they're actually kind of like secretly running the show and manipulating the situation. And I feel like right now, this person is only a drain on your energy. This person's only bad news bears right now. So this does look like a no. But again, being encouraged to choose the safe harbor, choose the people and the places, the jobs, the situations that honor you, that respect you, that like you, that celebrate you. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. And this is where this beautiful energy is going to find you. So I hope that has been helpful. If you need help with your personal situation, my shop link is in the description box below. And other than that, I am wishing you guys the best, brightest, and most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye.